Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragnatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Vrijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Radha Samukha Samsaktim Sakhi Sangam Nivasinim Tamaham Satatam Bande Guru Rupam Param Sakim Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Echai Gosai Kori Chananam Vandan Yohoite Bignash Avishta Paran Vanchakalpa Jubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shiman Rasarasaram Divam Shivatatastitaha Karshan Venusuner Gopir Gopinata Shri Estunaha Mahabhava Sarupatvam Krishna Priya Variyasi Prema Bhakti Prade Devi Radhike Tvam Namamyaham Vajami Radham Aravinda Netram Smarami Radham Madarasmitasyam Vadami Radham Karanaparadhram Tato Mamanyasti Gatirnaka. This is Vrindavan Mahimamrita by Prabhupada Saraswati. We're discussing Radha Mahima, the glories of Radharani's transcendental form, her divine, beautiful form. And yesterday we were hearing about her lotus feet, how Krishna is so much absorbed in serving Radha's feet. He caresses them very gingerly in his loving hands and paints yavak, red coloring on the bottom of Radharani's feet with great dexterity and full attention. And he often fondles Radharani's feet. And we heard about the beauty and prabhav of her feet in this place of Vrindavan, which is known as Radhavan. We had a class months ago where Prabhupada Saraswati didn't say it's Vrindavan, he says it's Radhavan.
Queendom.
This is the queendom of, he says Radhavan. So now we want to hear more about Radharani's lotus feet. This is from the 9th Shataka, verse 18. Just hold it for 1 second. Manjira Manjutara Sinjita Ranjitangri Shobharerapi Manodrig Apara Lobha Vrindavana Brahmana Bhangi Manoharangya Prematvare Spiritu Me Ridi Radikaya. May the beauty of the most enchanting Sri Radha's lotus feet, which move around throughout Vrindavan. Those beautiful lotus feet of Radharani are decorated with anklets and tinkling bells. And those beautiful lotus feet of Radharani, they attract the mind and the eyes of Sri Hari. I am praying sincerely that those enchanting lotus feet of Radha will manifest within my heart, because my heart is agitated with the desire to relish ecstatic, pure love of Radha and Krishna. Manjira Manjutara Sanjita Ranjitangri. May the beauty of the most enchanting Sri Radha's lotus feet which travel around throughout Vrindavan. Vrindavana Brahmana. Vrindavana Brahmana. And they're decorated with anklets. Bhangi Manoharanga. Manoharanga, those anklets, and they capture the mind of anyone. Prematuri Spurato. May this beautiful vision, which is enriched with prem, appear as a spurti within my heart. May I see this spurti me vriddhi, Radhikaya. That Radhika, this beautiful enchanting feet of Radha. In the level of prema, one can have spurtis in such a beautiful sight. I hear the ankle bells of Radharani and see the beautiful jeweled anklets. And he's thinking, this Vrindavan where I'm staying and doing bhajan is marked with the lotus feet of Radha, and she's moving everywhere in Vrindavan. And I'm praying, because my heart has an intense desire. It's actually, my heart is agitated with desire to relish ecstatic love. We may have hearts, but they may not be like this. We may be disturbed by our material desires. We have this term, oh, he's agitated. She's agitated. He's agitated by lust, or she's agitated by lust. But he's agitated by the desire to serve the loving pastimes of Radha and Krishna. He's agitated with an intense desire to see the beauty of the enchanting lotus feet of Radha. Vrindavana Brahmana Bhangi Manoharanga. These lotus feet of Radha are wandering all around Vrindavan. They wander along the banks of Yamuna, and she walks past Kaliyadaha on her way to Keshi Ghat and Keshi Tirtha. And she goes to Govinda Ghat and all the different ghats. And I'm sitting here at my kunja doing bhajan, Saraswati Pad, and I'm going every day to the Yamuna to take bath, but I'm not seeing this beautiful lotus feet of Radha, not even her impression in the ground, nor am I remembering them. But my heart is agitated with the desire to relish ecstatic love for Radha and Krishna, beginning with a vision of their form. I have another translation of the same verse, 9th Sataka, verse 18. It says, even the eyes and heart. Oh. Harir api mano drig apara lobha. Hari means Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mano drig. Drig is vision, apara lobha. Unlimited greed. Hari himself has unlimited greed to see in his mind. Manodrig, manodristi. To see in his mind he has unlimited desires. To see the Angri Shobha. Ranjit Angri Shobha of Radharani. The Angri, the beautiful lotus feet, the effulgent, the Shobha means brilliant, effulgent. And his own mind, he's also very greedy. And it says here, even the eyes and heart, drig, the eyes, and man means heart or mind, or see in the mind, or his eyes want to see directly Sakshat Radharani's feet. Even the eyes and the heart of Lord Hari are filled with boundless yearnings to see the beauty of charming Radha's feet, which are decorated with melodiously tinkling ankle bells. Bhangi Manoharanga. Manoharangya. That those feet wandering around, those ankle bells, they steal the mind. Melodiously tinkling ankle bells as Radha wanders with graceful steps in the forest of Vrindavan. I pray that that beauty of Radha's feet may appear in my loving heart. Very nice translation. I pray that that beauty may manifest in my loving heart. So this is the idea here. He's praying that the beauty of Radha's feet may manifest in my heart. And he's telling us, he's praying like that, and telling us about his prayer, Saraswati Pad, and advising us that we should also pray like this. Can you appreciate how beautiful Radharani's feet are? How they're effulgent, and they're enchanting, and they have the quality of sound, and they have the quality of beauty, and form, and shape, and color, and design, and also sound. The anklets surrounding her beautiful, delicate ankles, they're tinkling very melodiously like fine string musical instruments, jingling and tinkling so attractively and so musically as she walks and wanders here and there in Vrindavan. She wanders with graceful steps in the forest of Vrindavan. This is how our godbrother Kushakrata Prabhu translates this phrase, Vrindavan, Vrindavan, Brahmana Bhangi Manoharangya. It's very nice. It's a rather purported translation of two phrases. Vrindavan Brahmana. Vrindavan Brahmana means to wander. And Bhangi Manoharanga, this is the quality of her ankle bells. So in his own beautiful way, because Kushakrata was a great devotee of Radharani, and very much attached to her, and in the final years of his life, he lived in Vrindavan and was composing all throughout the night. He was not sleeping at night. He was so much inspired by Radharani that he was writing Sanskrit couplets all night long in glorification of Radha and Krishna. Very, very beautiful. So he's saying that as Radha wanders with graceful steps in the forest of Vrindavan, he's praying that that beauty may appear in my loving heart. Premature spurato me ridi radikaya. Vrindavana Brahmana Bhangi Mano Harangya. Premature spuratu me ridi radikaya. My love-filled heart. Will that spurti come in my love-filled heart? And spurtis, visions of Radharani's feet and hearing the tinkling of her ankle bells, that can happen if we are prematura. Prematura means we're full of prema. Spurtis will come, and he's praying for that. And this translation here it says that Radharani's feet, they attract the mind and eyes of Sri Hari. I pray that they will manifest in my heart, which is agitated with the desire to relish ecstatic love. And this translation says, this is a repeat, even the eyes and heart of Lord Hari are filled with boundless yearnings to see the beauty of charming Radha's feet, or Radha's charming feet. I pray that beauty of Radha's feet may appear in my loving heart. Either way, we're reminded here to pray, to solidify our desire. Our desire should be fixed on attaining the service of Radha and Krishna and the darshan of Radha and Krishna, and kick out all other desires and ambitions. Then the direct service and darshan of Radha and Krishna. This is the meaning of yoga. This is the meaning of bhakti. To see the beloved, to serve the beloved, to always remember the beloved, to glorify the beloved. This is our yoga. This is our samadhi. And so many other things come in our mind, so many other things come in our eyes, so many other vibrations come in our ears, and so many other vibrations tumble out of our mouths. But he's reminding us that may the beauty of the most enchanting lotus feet of Radha, which are moving throughout the land of Vrindavan, those beautiful feet of Radha are adorned with tinkling bells which vibrate musically and anklets, and her feet are so attractive that the mind becomes stolen. The mind and eyes of Hari become stolen. He hears the anklets of Radharani. He's so much anxious and so much tuned to the sound of Radharani's ankle bells that when he's waiting in Kunja, sometimes Krishna comes first and Radharani comes for Avisar. Sometimes Radha's waiting and Krishna's coming for Avisar, love journey. Many times Krishna arrives at the Sanket Kunj first. He is greatly excited and full of utkantita bhav and so much eager to meet Radharani and be with Radharani. So he keeps coming, goes out of the Kunj and comes in the Kunj. Is she here yet? Is she coming yet? And any type of, if he hears any wind or hears the slightest sound, any type of sound or movement of wind or some sound, he thinks it's something to do with Radharani. We see in Govinda Lilamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj says that when Krishna gazes at Radhakund, and every aspect of Radhakund he sees Radharani. He sees the rippling, the wind is blowing and making small ripples in the water of Radhakund, like small waves. And Krishna looks in his own reverie and remembering Radharani's beautiful form from head to toe. And he sees these ripplings of water and he thinks, oh, this is Radharani's hair. This is Radharani's beautiful, her wavy, because Radharani's hair is wavy and curly. And he sees, oh, this is Radharani's hair. And he sees a blossoming yellow lotus flower on the side. He says, oh, this is the beautiful lotus flower of my beloved's face. And he sees a bumblebee resting on the petal of the golden lotus. He says, oh, this is the Kasturi Bindu. This is the Kasturi Bindu on my beloved's chest. On my beloved's chin. And it's just a bumblebee resting on a golden lotus petal. But it reminds him. So in the same way, when he's waiting for Radharani, when Krishna's waiting for Radharani to come, meet in the forest, or Vilas, then anything he hears in the forest reminds him of Radharani. So he's hearing something, oh, those are Radharani's, the beautiful music of Radharani's ankle bells. And he runs out, anticipating a darshan or a spurti or vision of seeing of Radha coming on a distant path. No. I was hearing something. What was it? But I'm still hearing it. But it's not her ankle bells. I thought it was her ankle bells. It sounded so musical and attractive and familiar to me. What is it? Where is it coming from? Which direction? Oh. It's the leaves on the trees. And the wind is rustling through the leaves and it's giving the impression of that sound of the leaves. My mind is so much bewildered in love that I'm misinterpreting the sound of those rustling leaves to be Radharani's jingling melodious ankle bells. So therefore Krishna's Harer api mano drig apara lobha. Harer api mano drig apara lobha. No one can reach the end, apara lobha. No one can reach the end of Krishna's greed and anxiousness to see drig, dristi, to see those lotus feet of Radha. And no one can understand the intensive greed in his mind, the mano lobha and drig lobha. Because if our minds are greedy, our eyes are also greedy. Like the mind of the Chakora is greedy for moonbeams. He's very greedy because he satisfies himself by drinking moonbeams. So his mind is thinking, where are the moonbeams? And his eyes are looking, where's the moon? Is it risen yet? Where's the moon? And so the greed of the mind links with the greed of the eyes and flies there and drinks the moonbeams, the Chakora. So Krishna's mano lobha, drig lobha. Man means heart, man means mind, man means me. Me man. Mano drig apara lobha. But where are they? He's very greedy. Hari mano drig apara lobha. He's extremely agitated, greedy, and anxious to see Radharani's feet and to hear the jingling melodious sound of her ankle bells. But where are those feet? Oh, they're here and there. Vrindavana Brahmana, Bhangi Manoharangya. You don't know where they're moving here or there. Are they coming here to this kunja, or they didn't come, or they're moving somewhere else? So this is Krishna's. In this verse we find Radha. In this verse we find the Radha Tanaya Mahima. We find the beauty of Radharani's Tanaya, her form. In this verse we find Krishna. In this verse we find Radha Krishna Milan. In this verse we find Rasa. In this verse we find tattva. In this verse we find a teaching for us, or the sadhakas. In this verse we find sadhana. In this verse we find sadhya. We have everything here. What's happening in Krishna's heart, and what's happening to the sadhak who's praying. His heart is also agitated with a desire to relish this ecstatic love that's driving Krishna's mind crazy and spinning his eyes with thousands of circles of interest and enthusiasm to see his beloved. Hari api manodriga paralobha. So this is another beautiful prayer glorifying the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, of her form. From her head to the toe, we say, oh, this person, this lady is beautiful from head to toe. So that only the toes, we heard about the toes of Radharani, the anguli yesterday, we heard about her toes, how Krishna fondles her toes and caresses her anguli, her padanguli. We heard yesterday about Radharani's feet. He does yavaka, he does seva. Yavaka means this red color. He paints her feet with yavak. And he holds them to his breast or to his bosom with the greatest appreciation and gratitude. Now his mind and Hari api mano driga paralobha manjira manjutara sanjita ranjitangri manjira manjutara sanjita ranjitangri shobha harer api mano driga paralobha vrindavana brahmana bhangi manoharangya premature spuratu me ridi radikaya. We see the jar, we read the label, but we can't get inside the honey. But certainly we can appreciate it, and that's the beginning of moving closer to receiving entrance to the language in some future eons of birth. And there's more. It's not over yet. The glories of Radharani, they're eternal. That was verse 18, and now we have a series of verses in the same chapter. I guess I can just turn the page. I can do that one. In Sataka 9, verses 24 to 33. So if you have your mala, you can chant some mala and absorb yourself in Radharani Charan Dhyan. Really nice verses. Writing, having the inspiration, the prerna, they say prerna, the inspiration to spontaneously come. This is an effusion. When we talk about someone wrote a book with effusions, this is when prema is bubbling in the heart, then there's an effusion, a bubbling and rising of that, and it rises out into his hand, and he composes all these beautiful verses in glorification of Radharani's lotus feet. I mean, there are love poems. There are love poems in every culture of the world, in French language, and Greek and Roman, Italian, Hindi, I'm sure. Love poems to the beloved, to the beauty of a woman is exalted in poetry and song. But how many love poems, I've read love poems in my days of studying literature in college and before that, but how many love poems have ever been written to feet? My beloved's feet. Hardly, I never saw. The smile, the face, the form, the movements, the gestures, the hair, many things, but the hands, the touch of the hand. But here is a beautiful series of verses. Shataka 9, 24 to 33. This is Radha. Madhura Ranan Mani Nupura. Madhura Ranan Mani Nupura. Radha Padaravinda Sundaryam. Vrindavana Bhuvi Santatam Anuchintayato Mama Shana Yantu. He's now, Srila Saraswati Pad is speaking to his mind. And he's speaking to Yogamaya, Purnamasi. And he's directing all of us what we should do, whether we're living in Vrindavan with our body and mind, or living elsewhere with our body and living in Vrindavan with our mind. That's enjoined, that's desirable, that's hopeful to attain. Let me spend my time. Time is spending us, or we're spending time? Time is spending us. You go and spend your money. I gave you $100. What did you do? I spent it. You spend your money, you'll give it out, and it's gone. You buy something. So time is spending us. Are we spending our time, or time is spending us? It's just spending us like anything. Time is a big spender. How many hours he spent today? He spent so many times. And did he spend them for Maya, or did time spend my energy, my pran? Did time spend my pran today for Maya, or did time spend my pran today for Krishna's seva? That we have to see. We have to do accounts at the end of the day. Let's see, my time account, timeline, lifeline, timeline, pran, here today and gone tomorrow. That is my pran. Pran is gone, and so long. It's over. Let me spend my time in Vrindavan. Doing what? Constantly remembering the beauty of Sri Radha's lotus feet. And that's why we're having these classes. So we can constantly... You can't remember something you never heard about. You can't remember something you've never seen, but if you've seen and heard about, then you've seen the Guru and you've heard about the Guru. You've seen Srila Prabhupada, you've heard about Srila Prabhupada, you've served him, you've prayed to him, then you can remember him. You can dream about him. You can be with him. So he's saying, start with the feet. Let me spend my time in Vrindavan, constantly remembering the beauty of Sri Radha's lotus feet, which are decorated with jeweled studded ankle bells that make a sweet sound. So oftentimes we're hearing here, we should not only meditate, because usually when people think about meditation, they think about seeing something in the mind, engaging the mind's eye, the manodrik, or meditate on the form of Krishna. So then we meditate, we try to see the form of Krishna. Meditate on the deities. So we meditate, Radhasham Sundar, Krishna's wearing a turban like this, an outfit like this, garland. And with our mind, and the eye of our mind, we're trying to see the rupam, the form. But the form has many attributes. The form has the form, or the person, let's say the person has 5 different attributes, which can be perceived by 5 different senses. So a person has rupam, a person has shabda, sound, a person has taste, rasam, a person has touch, sparsha, and sound, shabda, and gandha, smell. All these things are attributes of a person. Yes? 5 attributes. Krishna is the Supreme Person. When we meditate, we usually only meditate on, let me meditate on Krishna's form, Rup Dhyan. Let me meditate on the 19 charan chinna, the 19 marks on the bottom of Krishna's feet, and 19 some similar and different marks on the bottom of Radha's feet. But what about the other 4 aspects? Because the mind has 5 objects of meditation. Mind can meditate on form, mind can meditate on sound, mind can meditate on smell, mind can meditate on touch, mind can meditate on taste. All these 5. Because mind has experienced all these things. When you dream and you're sleeping and your 5 working senses are closed, in your mind you can smell, in your mind you can hear, in your mind you can taste, in your mind you can touch, you can feel, and all these things are happening in the mind. So that's happening unconsciously in swapna. The 5 sense objects are being perceived and entertained by the mind. But now meditation is a conscious practice. So when we meditate, then consciously we can actually meditate not only Rup Dhyan, but Shabda Dhyan, Sparsha Dhyan. When we read in the Shastra, for example, that Krishna's skin is softer than a newly unfurled leaf of a tamal tree. Nayatamal Patra, Komal, Ati Komal. It's more soft than the new leaf of a tamal tree. So if we find a tamal tree somewhere, and we've read that, then we want to feel that. So we will feel that sensation with our fingers. Oh, this is very soft. And that sensation becomes a sanskara in our chitta, an experience, sparsha. It goes into our chitta, into our consciousness, into our mind. So then we can dream at night that I'm feeling the softness of a tamal leaf, because we experienced it. So now, when we meditate, we can meditate on Krishna, that Krishna, your body, your transcendental body, your skin is spiritual, divine skin, if you want to call it, your form, is softer than the leaf of a tamal tree. And we can meditate on that, how soft Krishna's skin is. Because when we read that gopis are fearing that when you walk in the forest in the daytime and Gocharan Leela, that the small pebbles and thorns and new dried seeds from different trees that fall on the ground, they can be very sharp and piercing and uncomfortable. They may be hurting your feet, and we're worried about your tender feet. And we can think how we read about this, and the gopis are worried. So that means that they're worried about the touch of Krishna's feet. So that gopis are absorbed in the sound of Krishna's voice, and the touch of Krishna's body, and the fragrance of Krishna's body, talking about it, remembering it. And Lord Chaitanya in Antya Leela, he was just tasting the Mahaprasadam, and he went into a whole memory of the lips of Krishna, and the Adar Amrita of Krishna, and experience of rasa dance, and so many leelas, just by taking the Mahaprasad, which is Rupam. The Rupam, the form of Mahaprasad, became Sparsha, became Rasam, became Shabda, became everything in his memory. As he went on to describe, whole leelas were coming out of, he's taking one piece of kaja. So therefore, the Acharya is telling us, I should remember the beauty of her feet. That means, beauty means color, beauty means shape, but then beauty means the sound. Because he's saying, remember the beauty of her lotus feet. Well, beauty is generally, when we hear the word beauty, we think of rupam, form, but we also have beautiful sounds, and beautiful smells, and beautiful forms. Beauty can include all these things. So I should remember the beauty of her feet, and which are decorated with jewel-studded ankle bells that make a sweet sound. So he's telling us, I should remember the ankle bells, and they're not just the rupam of an ankle bell. Here's an ankle bell. Okay, I meditate an ankle bell. Maybe I've seen one. Or maybe I wore one. Some ladies, they wear ankle bells, and they have more familiarity. And maybe they've heard them. So then, because they wore them and they heard them, then they can try to think, oh, Krishna's bells sound sweetly like this, but 1,000 times more sweet, transcendentally sweet. So he's saying, this is how we should spend our time. So he's pointing us here in Smaran, and he's saying that Smaran is 5 levels of Smaran. Rup Smaran, Sparsha Smaran, Shabda Smaran, Rasa Smaran, Gandha Smaran. You follow my line of thought? If we analyze what he's saying. Madhura Ranan Mani Nupura. Manvara Ranan Mani Nupura. Shiradi. Radha Padaravinda Sadaryam. Saundarya, like we say, Sham Sundar. Radha Padaravinda Saundaryam. Her feet, her Radhapada, her lotus feet, Aravinda, they're like lotuses, but then they're so beautiful. And then Madhura Ranan Mani Nupura. The Nupura, the ankle bells, she wears jewel-inlaid ankle bells on her lotus feet. And they make such a... Ranan means sound. Make a very sweet and charming sound. So he's establishing, first he establishes the object of meditation, the first 2 lines of the verse. Then he says, Vrindavana bhuvi santatam, anu chintyan mama shana yantu. First he establishes the prayojana, the goal. And then he backs up and says, this is what we want to attain. We want to attain this. The remembrance of the beautiful lotus feet of Radha and the beautiful tinkling, sweet tinkling sounds of her ankle bells. That's Prayojan. Now he wants to tell you the Abhideya, the practice. That's the sadhya, now here's the sadhana. So then he says, Vrindavana bhuvi satatam. In the land of bhuvi, Vrindavana bhuvi, in the land of Vrindavan, satatam, all the time, I should do what? Anuchintyan mama shana yantu. Shana, my shana means my moments. Mama shana means my moments should be anuchintya. Over again and again, in my mind, I should be reflecting in my chinta, my consciousness, in my mind, time and time again, my every moment should be spent with this goal. Very powerful thought he's giving. Madhura, very simple. Madhura ranan, mani nupura radhapadaravinda sondaryam, Vrindavana bhuvi santatam, anuchintayan, chintayato mama shana yantu. This is beautiful points he's giving us here. He's compassionate. Vaishnava kripam buddhi. Vaishnava is ocean of compassion. Ambudhi kripa. He's telling, do like this. Don't waste your time in Vrindavan. This is Vrindavan Mahimamrita. This is the sweet glories of Vrindavan. And this is how to live in Vrindavan in a sweet, glorious way. How to make your life glorious in Vrindavan. How to attain Mahima, attain the full glory of human life. And make it nectarian. Amrita means no death. If you live in Vrindavan in this way, Vrindavan Amritam, Mahimamritam. If we make our life glorious by following the teachings of Prabodhananda Saraswati, then we'll taste the nectar of eternal Vrindavan. The Vrindavan Amritam. Amritam means immortality, no death. And there's another translation here in this text 24. May I pass the moments of my life. May I pass the moments of my life in the land of Vrindavan, always meditating on the beauty of Sri Radha's lotus feet, which are decorated with sweetly tinkling jeweled ankle bells. Very clear translation. I'm too much favoring I have two godbrothers here. I like both. Bhumipati is translating this one, my beloved Bengali godbrother, and this is my beloved Kushakrata. I know them both. I've embraced them both. I embrace this one still. I embrace more this one. He's still with us, Bhumipati. And this person is Grihastha person. This is Babaji. Kushakrata was Vairagi Avadut. He joined us. He was Nashtik Brahmachari his whole life. Real avadut. Really, it was totally absorbed. I knew him in Los Angeles, 1975. I met him, and I gave the talk about him when he left his body on Friday, and I called the temple. I said, "There's some program about Kushakrata," and they said, "Monday there's a feast." 3 days later, I said, "They're going to give any talk or anything?" I said, "No, no one knows so much." I said, "I'll come from Radhakund and I'll give talk." So I went to there. I said, "You can allow me to give Bhagavatam class." So I gave a 1.5 hours talk on Kushakrata, his glories. I don't know if it was recorded, but I spoke. And I was with him in the last weeks of his life also. So I very much like his translations. They're both very good. They both have sweet. Each one complements the other and increases it. And the greatest point here is this one has all the Sanskrit. And this one, mostly the books of Kushakrata also have all Sanskrit verses, but Vrindavan Mahimamrita, he only did in English. No Sanskrit. Madhura ranan mani nupura radhapadaravinda saundaryam. Vrindavana bhuvi santatam anuchintayato mama shana yantu. The next verse. Maybe by the end of hearing about all these beauties of Radha's feet, we may see her feet. Let's see. Nam Rup Gun Lila. We're hearing about her feet. We're speaking many words about her feet. Nam about her feet. And we're praying for the mercy of Prabodhananda Saraswati. And we're in Vrindavan. This is Radhavan. In the winter time we heard one verse where he said, we're talking about the mantras. It's on this new tape, Becoming Radha's Dasi. You have to hear this tape. It's too good. It's really too good. Did you make a copy? You have to make a copy for him. I think you have his copy, actually. You gave it and then you went. I'm listening to it. It's too good. Did you hear? You don't have.
Are you talking about the previous verses or other also?
Previous verses of Vrindavan Mahimamrita, we had one of our sections was Glories of the Manjaris. Their Rupams, and
Yeah, I heard that.
and you were there in some of those classes, and I was also there. But now I'm listening, I said, oh, I wasn't there, because when I'm listening is something, it's transporting me to, I don't mean like, play my own, fiddle or something, but it's something, it's like, I don't know, it's too much, there's leelas, so much leelas, it's unbelievable. I'm going crazy hearing it. It's already being transcribed. If someone else heard it and they thought it was so good, and they have one lady's transcribing it. And they thought, I think, well, we should make a book. And I thought, I already thought that, but I want to save this for a larger book, which I don't know when that'll come, but how it'll come. But anyway, more glories of Radharani's lotus feet, which is part of this section, Radhataniya Mahima. The sweet glories of Radharani's beautiful divine lotus feet. Snigdha Kanti Dara, Parimala Sundarya. She's determined to find the verses, says Radhavan. You're really a detective. I would do the same thing, but not in front of me. Anyway, go for it, I don't mind. I'm watching these pages go by my peripheral vision. But it's for the cause of the class, so we don't mind. And we want to mark that verse, because once you get it, I'm going to write it in the back of my book also. Snu snigdha kanti dhara parimala sundarya sokumaryadye tad ameya haribo. Write this verse down, 925. You're there. In Radharani's lotus feet, you're mixed up there. Ah, your name is part of her glorification of Radharani's feet. Do you know that? Tad ameya charana, ameya charan. Tad ameya charana kamalam. So did you know, Ameya, that you have lotus feet? Radhaya sukala. Radhaya sukala nupuram spuratu. Or nupura. Radharani's ankle bells are constantly manifesting newer, more and more beautiful musical sounds, sukala. Most beautiful artistic musical sounds are continually manifesting from the beautiful lotus feet of Radha. May Sri Radha's soothing, tender, sanctified, beautiful, and matchless lotus feet, susnigdha. Susnigdha means snigdha actually means affectionate, like sneha. Snigdha means soft, soothing, tender, unctuous, 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 kind of oily, smooth, shiny, snigdha. Snigdha, very, because it says very smooth, snigdha kanti dhara. Parimala sundare sokumar adye. Beginning with this, these are qualities of feet, susnigdha, kanti, dhara, parimala sundarya, which are decorated with anklets that make sweet sounds manifest in my heart. Ameya means matchless, I believe. Is it right? I believe the word ameya means matchless. You didn't know that? Your husband is matchless. You should know that, at least from today forward. Henceforward, you should clearly understand, without a shade of a doubt, you have 1 in a billion. Absolutely matchless. And just to make sure, you have to call him every day, Ameya Prabhu. He's not only matchless, his name is, what's your name? Matchless. Like someone says, what's your name? Handsome. Acha. And your middle name is Humility. Yeah, Handsome Humility Smith. What's your name? Great. The best. My name is Best. Toppers. So this is beautiful translation. Ameya Charna Kamalam, matchless lotus feet. Radhya Sukala Nupura Spurata. Anklets to make sweet sounds. He wants a spurati of this. He wants all these spurtis in his heart. Heart means mind, heart means soul. So this is 25. I pray that Sri Radha's lotus feet, which are decorated with sweetly tinkling ankle bells and are filled with limitless beauty, delicate softness, susnigdha, delicate softness, sweet fragrance, parimala, parimala sundarya. Parimala means sweet fragrance. A flood of transcendental splendor, kanti dhara, that's what I thought. Because dhara means, rupanuga dhara, dhara means river, current, rushing river. Kanti dhara, they're kanti, Radha Kanti, her feet are so effulgent. They're like a river of effulgence flowing from her feet. He says, it's very nice, he's saying that a flood of transcendental splendor, kanti dhara. Radharani's feet, they evoke, they create a flood of transcendental splendor. And a host of other transcendental virtues may appear before me. So Kamar Adya, Adya means and others, or Adya means others, so Kamarya, so soft, so delicate, soothing, tender, sanctified, beautiful, matchless lotus feet. Parimala, he's translating parimala as sanctified. Sometimes it can be translated that, but really the idea of fragrance is more correct. Parimala means very fragrant. So again, he's praying for this type of vision, this type of sporty. Further qualifications of her feet, they're beautiful, and they're tender, they're fragrant, matchless, soothing. And those ankle bells, again, he's always, that's a characteristic of her feet, as they're tinkling ankle bells. When Govinda Lilamrita is describing the rasa dance of Radha and Krishna's Nitya Lila in Ratrikala, it says that there was a fifth musical instrument. There's 4 basic musical instruments. There's wind instruments, there's percussion instruments, there's cymbals, and there's, I forget the other one, chimes, whatever. There's 4 basic musical instruments. Wind, percussion is drums, and then there's wind instruments like flute. No, I mean musical instruments. It's called percussion. Percussion instruments means drums, percussion. Then wind instruments means flutes and piccolos and all that's called wind. And then cymbals means chimes, triangles, cymbals, triangles. And then stringed. It's called category. Stringed instruments, wind instruments, percussion instruments, and cymbals. Bells, cymbals, chimes, triangles, ting, 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 ting. The cowbell, tung, tung, tung. This is all like that. That's 4. In any musical ensemble, you can have these 4. These are the 4 possible musical instruments that exist. Sarangi, sarod, tambora, they fit in these. These are 4 categories of musical instruments. But however, in the rasa dance, there's a 5th category. And the fifth category, the entrance of the 5th category, and the combination of the 5th category was like a special catalyst. Like you have 2 things, but when you add the 3rd thing, the sum total of the 2 things becomes something different. Because that catalyst enhances the 2 things and creates a new 3rd product by the addition of the catalyst. 1 and 1 makes 2, but 1 and 1 plus the catalyst makes a 3rd surprising thing. So the catalyst here was the gopis. And their addition was a 5th category musical instruments. And when that 5th category, acting as a catalyst, mixed with the other 4 musical instruments that were there being played by the Sakhis and Mandris, wind instruments, string percussion, and string percussion, wind, and cymbals, gongs, etc., bells, and finger cymbals, then it became the most incredible expose and music concert, and sound emporium that could ever be imagined. All the demigods were totally bewildered by the sum total of all that musical sound of the rasa dance. And even though they know Indra is such a learned man in Sangeet and music, and Shiva and Brahma, everyone became totally amazed. What is this new creation, this new sound, these new ragas and raganis? And that 5th category musical instruments, what was it? Radharani's Nupura, Radharani's kinkini, Radharani's waist bells, her ankle bells, and her wristlets, her bangles. When these were jingling perfectly in time, creating whole new ragas and raganis, which is the fifth category of instruments, which was the musical perfection of the rasa dance. This is described by Krishna's Kaviraj and Govinda Lilamrita. That's why in all these verses, Tunga Vidyasakhi, who has Nupura, Tunga Vidyasakhi is one of the Astastakis of Radharani. Tunga Vidyasakhi is the author of Vrindavan, Mahimamrita, and Sangeet Madhav, and Chaitanya Satak, and the various other books. And he's saying that Tunga Vidyasakhi, she's an Astasaki in the rasa dance, wearing ankle bells, and playing that fifth category of musical instrument called the ornaments, the gopis' ornaments. And that's a new category. Jing, 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 tinkle, 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 jing, jing, bing, bing, ding, ding, like this. And when that fifth category of instrument starts vibrating, then Krishna goes crazy. Krishna really, he goes absolutely mad. So he's telling us, meditate on that. Those lotus feet, that Radharani's lotus feet are soothing, susnigdha, and tender, and kantidhara, they're so effulgent. Kantidhara, like, what does he say here? He says here is more accurate. He says that they're a flood of transcendental splendor. Kantidhara, parimala, very fragrant, sundari, beautiful. Sukumari is so soft and delicate and gentle. And they're ameya charna kamalam. Ameya means they're matchless. Charna kamala. Those lotus feet of Radharani are matchless in all these categories. They have matchless tenderness, and matchless beauty, and matchless fragrance, and matchless delicateness and softness. And then, more matchless is finally the Sukala Nupara Spuratu. That Sukala Nupara, he translates as sweet sounds. Radharani's ankle bells are making sweet sounds. And he says, decorate with sweetly tinkling ankle bells. Sukalanupuram. Sukalanupuram spuratu. But Sukala means newer arts, artistic. That the ankle bells of Radharani are vibrating and singing, as I mentioned, in all these ragas and raganis, and newer artistic ways. They're creating newer art forms, newer music forms. Sukala. Kala means the arts. This is the sweet sound of her ankle bells. This is another glorification of Radharani. So tomorrow we'll continue to hear the glories of Radhatanaya Mahima and further sweet glories of Radharani's lotus feet. So we would like to pray to Prabhupada Saraswati Tunga Vidyasakhi and to Sri Radha that maybe in our meditations, in our japa meditations, tonight, today and tomorrow, that some vision of these lotus feet may appear in the spurti, or a reflection of an abhas of a spurti, or some dim reflection. And then we would consider that our study of Vrindavan Mahimamrita is bearing some fruit. When the lotus feet of Radharani arise in our mind, or at least our remembrance, we're chanting, we remember, oh, Radharani's feet are very soft. And they're a flood of transcendental splendor. Kantidhara or Susnigdha. Even if you remember a word of describing Radharani's feet are Ameya, you should remember this one, Ameya Charana Kamalam. You're chanting, oh, Radharani's feet she has feet, yeah. Oh, they're Ameya Charana Kamalam. They're matchlessly beautiful, they're more beautiful than thousands of Kamal lotus flowers. And they're parimala, they're so fragrant. How fragrant? I don't know. I smelled fragrant roses. I smelled fragrant dewy flowers and kadamba, but there must be much more fragrant than that parimala. And there's sukomala. It says sukomaraya. And there's susnigdha. They're so soft and they're so smooth to the touch. And what are they like? Oh Radharani, please, when will you manifest your lotus feet in my consciousness? Shiva is praying for Radha Kripa Kataksha. Kataksha Bhajanam Kripa Kataksha. How's it go? Kripa Kataksha. Kada Karishya Siyamam. Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. So he's praying, Lord Shiva, Mahadev is praying for a sidelong glance. That's his adhikar, Gopishwar, Mahadev. Can you glance? Someone only glances at someone that they're interested in. You look at someone you're interested in. If you're not interested, you don't look. I have no interest. So he has that adhikar. So he's praying for that. So we're praying that I'm not qualified to have a glance, a sidelong glance. But can I see your lotus feet? My petition starts there at your lotus feet. This is our Acharya, our Mahajan Acharya is telling us this. He's not telling us to pray for a sidelong glance. Shiva is telling us, and we pray for that. We pray for mercy, however it comes, from her feet or her eyes, or however we get Radharani's mercy. At least our meditation or prayer now, taking shape of his recommendation or his instructions, is that we pray to Radharani as he's praying, let me spend my time in Vrindavan always remembering, or at least once time or sometime remembering Radharani's lotus feet, which have all these beautiful attributes and qualities of form and shape and color and softness and sound and prabhav. We heard about the prabhav of her feet also. That when Krishna just remembers her lotus feet, he starts crying, or tears, and he holds her feet and he starts crying. This is the prabhav. Prabhavena, the verse was prabhav. Charna pada, Radha Charna pada prabhavena, prabhavena, the sort of prabhav of Radharani's lotus feet. So hearing all these talks about Radharani's lotus feet, it turns us to reflection, and it points us toward prayer, and we can only hope against hope that Radharani will be very kind and appear out of her form, merciful form of the holy name, and appear before us in the form of her Rup Darshan, Nam Rup Gun Lila. We're chanting Radha Nam every day, so many rounds and rounds and rounds of Radha Nam. Hare, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. And we pray for the Rupam will manifest from that sound vibration, so we can begin today and see Radharani's lotus feet and chanting the holy name of Radha and Krishna in the Radha Govinda Yugal mantra. Radha Krishna Yugal mantra. Radha Krishna Sthita Mahamantra. Radha Krishna Yugal Sthita Mahamantra. That's how we like to describe it. The Mahamantra is a Sthita mantra, and it's Yugal, Radha Krishna Yugal. Radha Krishna Yugal Sthita mantra. Radha Krishna Yugal Sthita Mahamantra. We should understand that, and we should realize that, and chant with that understanding. This mantra gives all perfection. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Sarva Shaktis, all power, all perfection, everything is there. Anuraga, non-anuraga, I have no attraction. Why? Because I'm Durdevam. I'm Durdevam. I'm far. I'm dur from rag. I'm very far from rag. I have no attraction to Krishna's holy name. I have no attachment to his name. And why am I so far from rag? Because between me and my heart and the holy name and rag, and nam bhav, nam prema is a big ocean called aparad. There's a big ocean of aparad, and I'm drowning in it. Vaishnava aparad, Dhamma aparad, Seva aparad, Shastra aparad, Jiva aparad, so many aparads. Durdeva means aparadi. Durdevam. So I'm giving some analogy to explain. Durdevam non anurag, na anurag. I have no anurag. So I pray, let me become free from anartha nivritti means. What does anartha nivritti mean? It means become free from aparads. That's all it means. Because if you're chanting Hare Krishna, then Kam, Krodh, Lobha, all that goes very fast. But aparads lingers. You're following forward with the principles year after year after year, so many years, 1,000 lifetimes, and by the power and strength of chanting the holy name. But then, and the holy name destroys all the anarthas in the form of Kam, Krodh, Lobha that are stored in our chitta. But then we're generating with our free will a monster called aparad. We're generating with our free will a monster called aparad. One side, the name is just knocking off, like machine gun bullets, knocking off all of our anarthas in the form of material desires in our prabdha. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Matsarya. But then, so that's going on. But then, and we're getting purified, and all of a sudden, it's like the elephants bathing. We bathe in the sweet lake of the holy name, Ambrosia, Nam Ambrosia Lake. Then we come out of the Nam Ambrosia Lake and start rolling on the banks of Namaparad. We roll in the dust, we roll in the dirt of Namaparad. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And we're really feeling purified and feeling connected with Krishna, and we're feeling His presence. And then we go somewhere, we meet some devotees, and someone says something about some devotee, and we say, "Yeah, this devotee." Then this cobra rises out, and we start, making some aparads, and oops, take one step forward, and one step back, and one step forward. How do we make progress that way? That's why the whole Chaitanya Bhagavat is talking about the nectar of Gaur Lila. Then watch out for aparads. The nectar of Gaur Lila, watch out for aparads, isn't it?